So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. Nice hook. Punch, counter punch. Straight right, just misses. Swing and a miss with that hook. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside and just banging and banging and banging.
Oh man, you got Swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match, which shows the skill,
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh, and Klitschko just got rocked. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
He got out of the way of that right hook. Big hook. Whoa, wait a minute. Ooh, Klitschko stumbling backwards. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Here we go, it's round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Klitschko is dazed. Klitschko is on the canvas. And that body shot folded like an old t-shirt.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seriously.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, down goes Joe Frazier. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5. Are you all right?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Resilience, to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into the fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's get it started in round three. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident. Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
Just missed with that hook. These two were made for each other. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? No, we haven't seen Klitschko in this kind of trouble before. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Here we go to the fourth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you're
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. Ooh, Klitschko stumbling backwards. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to me.
Oh, and Klitschko just got rocked. Whoa, wait a minute. Klitschko is dazed. How did they survive that?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once and...
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Back into the fray here in round 5. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'd come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got a horse on that. He's gotta bluff them.
Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That big hook doesn't land. We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage. We know... Oh my God, Johnny! Whoa, we haven't seen Klitschko in this kind of trouble before. Do you believe this? Klitschko is down. And you can see it right here. That body shot sent them down, and they weren't getting up.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still want to fight?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not.
Whoa, hold on a second. Down goes Klitschko. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
There's the bell for round 6. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Oh, and Klitschko just got rocked. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Klitschko is dazed. Klitschko couldn't take any more. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stud again? That was a shot.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. And there's the bell for round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for him.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? Frazier never won to back off or back down.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Lucky that hook didn't score. No rest for the weary. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe this? Klitschko is down. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You're out.
It's Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs, 180. And there's the bell to start round one. Nice exchange here from both men. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Caution is being thrown to the wind. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this will be like the rabbit in the headlights.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. These two fighters are made for one another. Catch and shoot. Jacobs in real trouble. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
They block the hook. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter lands. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter. And down goes the Miracle Man. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. There's the bell for round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if you come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be. Having second thoughts in the ring.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Oh, boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Looks like trouble was... Hold it right there. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Here we go in the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Failing to score with that right hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork, and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. There's the bell to start round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not. Hold it right there. This is not where Daniel Jacobs wants to be right now. And there goes Jacobs. He's down. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you still want to fight?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. And we enter the 8th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look.
Whoa, Johnny. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. And finally, Jacobs crumbles to the canvas. You can see here on the replay, a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. You don't want to trade shots. Insane action. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
That jab misses. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That counter punch caught him clean. That left hook doesn't find its target. That big hook doesn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And there's the bell to start round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Nice counter shot. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Can't find a home with that jab. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that straight left. When When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
Sometimes I've been in with fighters that don't know what to do, don't know how to break it down. Then you get a little dirty.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. There's the bell to start round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. The jab doesn't quite connect. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than others.
Failing to score with that right hook. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. He misses with that jab. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. That counter shot lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And there's the bell for round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. There's the bell for round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Eric Morales is dazed. And Morales goes down on the canvas. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
I need...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
These punches coming from every angle. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Can't connect with that right hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. And this wasn't in the game. And down goes El Terrible. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he throws you down.
So much for being a good sport. Lomachenko goes down. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you all right?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
I'd like to see more jabs. Misses with the straight left. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.